Good morning, everyone in the newsroom this morning. Good mother fluffin' morning. Hello, friends. How we doing? Oh my gosh, dude. Let's freaking go. We got Kiana, Rump, OTT, Allie, Heather, hello, Sea Witch, Slappy, Cupcake. Oh my gosh. Good morning, friends. Yo, Johnny Bravo. Welcome back for the 23rd month. If you want to cancel and do it and use it over on the Kick, 1,000,000%, brother. I'm still going to be trying to bring as many people from the Twitch over to the Kick as possible. But for now, this has just been incredible, dude. This has been amazing. So we're going to keep this fun train rolling. How we doing, Ethan? Oh my gosh, Slappy, Marionette. What's up, Llama? How you doing, Lucci? Just call it a day. I hear that. How was this stream? Hey, how we doing, Reeves? Good morning, everybody. How's our Wednesday so far? What's up, Fate? Yo! Cave Man coming right out of the gate with the gifted. Stevie, welcome into the pristine, prestigious motherfucking pup club. Let's freaking go. Still processing. I hear you, brother. What have you been doing to keep your mind at a little bit more of a peaceful level, if you will? It was good. He's been rolling some DMZ content that's got you changing your mind on it. Really? What about it has changed your mind? And before you ask, of course, Kiana dropped a gifted sub to Mark. Mark, welcome into the pristine, prestigious motherfucking pup club. Nope, Noodle's fine. Noodle's fine. See, you gotta believe in him just a little bit. You gotta trust in him. Noodle can do it. Noodle can do it. Oh my gosh, Lokes. What's up, baby? What are you cooking? You're on your Lokes account, by the way. I don't know if you are intentionally doing that. Hey, what's up, Zuleika? Happy Wednesday. Just staying home, spending time with your wife and the pup. Starting back work today, but just from home. Nice, man. How long are you going to be able to work from home? It's nowhere near as toxic and much more chill, it seems. Interesting. Has he been going in as a squad or doing it by himself? Puppy's the cat. Of course. With the amount that you've been meowing at me, it feels good to hear that you do love me and I am doing enough. Wednesday started badly for you, but you're currently enjoying jerking chicken. Why are you jerking chicken? Oh, jerk chicken. That was intentional. Why did it start off badly? Unless you don't want to relive the moment. That's fair. Oh my gosh, Fateful. Welcome into the pristine, prestigious motherfluffin' pup club. Thank you so much. Let's go. Solo and then teaming unless he's going toxic. Interesting. Oh my gosh, good God. Thank you for the follow over on the Kick. How you doing, man? Sutton, that was going to be my follow-up. Fateful, thank you so much. As long as you want the coworkers in your office keep telling you they'll cover the whole month of May, but you don't really want to do them like that. How much of your job is predicated by you being in office? Another way of phrasing it is how much work are you passing on to them by you working from home? Because I would have thought, I mean, yeah, you're lawyering, but I feel like you could lawyer from home. I've never been a lawyer, clearly, and I've only seen shows, and there does seem to be a fair amount of teamwork, but it also seems as though there's a bunch of stuff you could do by yourself. I didn't post that I was live. Hold. All right. There we go. Posting. A chance we drop into explore some solo DMZ action. There's a chance being the very key phrase here. Otherwise, we're chit-chatting and waiting to be joined by the incomparable Schaefer Bates. Perfect. Nailed it. There we go. Dude, good God. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Court appearances or in-person meetings, really. Noted. Your son woke you up around 6:45 telling you he'd wet his bed. Then you had to catch a spider on the stairs because everyone else is scared of spiders, and whilst doing that, you twisted, fell, and sprained your ankle. Y'all, can we get some athletes recover? Puppy loves in chat, because that is that's really unfortunate. I am so sorry to hear that, dude. Happy hump day, Zuleika. How's it been for you? Is Mercury in lemonade right now because you feel so off? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Fateful with the gifted. Yo. Reds, welcome into the pristine, prestigious motherfluffin' pub club. Can we get some fatefuls up in this motherfluffin' son of a biscuit? Is Jupiter, so Jupiter is, wait, Mercury actually is in retrograde? Because I also did wake up a little bit, like not as depressy or as off as I usually feel. That worked, but definitely a little bit more bummed. So that's interesting. Interesting. Rocky, good morning. Happy freaking Wednesday. Practical, what's up? We are in retrograde season. All right, so I need to switch up the Gatorade flavors. I also need everybody to go over to the twitter.com or !Twitter, and go and drop a like on my thingy thing. How do you spell interspersed? There we go. Nailed it. All right, we are okay. So UKAers, the jerk chicken is the best. You mean she makes the best Jamaican jerk chicken? What is that flavor? Isn't it like spicy? You're enjoying the high, happy, upbeat cycle of this manic depression episode. I love that, man. You always love when there's a new episode and it's, you know, it's something that you wanted. It's a fresh piece of content for your eyes, if you will. Everyone else's Monday, or if you want to talk about your Monday, feel free. Or your Wednesday been maybe a little bit better than cupcakes. Maybe you didn't twist your ankle. Maybe your kid didn't piss the bed. Maybe you didn't have to catch spiders for your family because the rest of them aren't afraid of spiders. I am. I'm slowly, as I've lived alone and have encountered insects, I have gotten to the point where I feel comfortable unaliving them myself. Because clearly Puppies isn't gonna do it. He like chases them around as though they're fun. I'm the one that needs to destroy him. Y'all, can we get some hugs for Cupcake, please? Got to drive a kid to Dallas today for World's Robotics competition. So I'm going to need you to say more words about that, because that's one of the coolest things I've heard today. You're going to train Kimchi to be the spider catcher. That's smart. I love that. Writing your final papers for your 2 classes. Hopefully you can get it done today and just play video games tomorrow. What are the papers and for what classes? Like, what are you writing about? Yo, Dragon God, dragging yourself over to the K9 unit on Kick. Thank you for the follow, baby. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. It's the Vex Robotics Middle School World Competition. Okay, so when I said say words, things that would help me understand, what did they build? other robotics related questions. I'm not, unfortunately, on the robotics side of TikTok, so I don't have that big of a knowledge base in robotics. My depth of field, or my what am I trying to say? My depth of knowledge in a given field would typically be probably just emotions. Maybe, I don't know. Concrete ceiling, an exploratory study on the representation of BIPOC women in corporate America. Nice. I love it. I assume that's one of them. What's the second paper? Dude, that's really cool. He's competing against kids from all over. That's so sick. Built a robot that throws like Frisbee discs into a net or pushes them into a goal. What? Culberson, I freaking love it. Welcome over, baby. Reflection on international human rights class. Okay, so are you doing, what would you be doing? Don't tell me. I'm so, what would that degree be? I want to say you're in maybe like criminal justice, or there's a chance it could be gender studies. But human, or like a social work, something along those lines. How close am I? Interdisciplinary social science, double major political science and international business. Okay, that's not horribly wrong. So I said, what did I say? Social science? Something along those lines? Whatever. I could have, international business was the surprise. Political science, that's tracking. I love that. How much longer do you have in your degree? Yo, Stewie, what's up, baby? My Wednesday's been beautiful. I didn't make it to jiu-jitsu, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up at, well, my first alarm went up at 4:55 and I turned over. No, I woke up at 4 to go pee. And one of my faults as a human being is if I wake up and there's less than an hour before my alarm, my toxic trait is, instead of just being like, you know what, why don't I just get up now? Or why don't I just have that last 40 minutes of sleep? I think I should just sleep longer. So instead, changed my alarm to 6, had a beautiful little second sleep, and then woke up at 6. I only have one alarm. I'm not a snoozer. I either change my alarm completely or I'm up. I'm not the type of person that it'll go 6 and then I'll go freaking sleep, and then it'll go off at 6:08 and then I'll sleep, and then it'll be 6:16 and I'll sleep, and it's 6. No, I can't do that. I'm either going to sleep for an hour and a half to 2 hours longer, or I'm up. Done. I can't snooze. It makes me so much more tired, so much more annoyed, so much more exhausted by snoozing. That's also, I'm pretty sure, scientifically, snoozing is one of the worst things you can do, because you then end up putting yourself back into that sleep cycle. I think that's also one of the reasons why I make the excuse, if I have 40 minutes or whatever to sleep, instead of going back to sleep and starting that cycle again, I'm just like, you know, let's just turn this up to 2 hours and we're gonna be fine. Snoozing makes you aggressively angry. Do any of y'all have partners that snooze where you don't? So you should stop snoozing? Yes. Oh, Jake, I will razz you on that snoozing, sir. Don't you dare snooze that freaking alarm. If you're gonna date me, one alarm. I ain't doing it. Unless the snooze button can be renamed the cuddle button, because that's different. That's completely different. Yo, Stormtrooper No Shot shooting your way into the K9 unit on Kick. Welcome over, man. Thank you. Because here's the deal. I can use it as a cuddler alarm, right? Because usually I'm the person, when my alarm goes off and I have the intention of getting up right away, I want to get up out of my bed and start. Like, that's it. I want to start my shit. I want to get up. I want to move. I don't want to lay in bed. I don't want to blah, 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 because then I'm just never going to want to leave. Whoever wants to leave their cozy, warm, amazing bed, especially when it's like at that perfect temperature in your room where it's a little cold and the covers are still warm from your existence and it's like it's hugging you back. Maybe that's just me being the single person in chat and just feeling as though I want someone to hug me. But so I can't do the snooze alarm if the intent is for us to close our eyes. But if we both know that we just want a little cuddle time, but we also want to get out of bed, amazing. Snooze, turn over, cuddle for the first little bit. And then, okay, then the second that snooze alarm goes up, we're both slapping each other on the buttocks and getting out of bed because I just can't. I just can't. Dude, what has Noodle been doing? Hi? Is he not getting paid enough? He's getting paid handsomely to do this. So like, who are we cuddling with? Your imaginary girlfriend? No, I don't want to cuddle your imaginary girlfriend. I'm cuddling with my sheets. How you doing, sir? I know. It's, dude, it's every time. It's every time. Yeah, I forgot what we were talking. Anyway. Neil's been staying up watching, dude, honestly, he just sat here. He was watching Ruff hit 10K subs on Kick, which is just insanity. I think it's that number that brings into perspective I mean, of course, if you bring it down to even just 500 subs, the difference in having those 10K subs on Kick versus having those 10K on Twitch is literally potentially double. I mean, it is double, but like from thinking that it would be either like $24,000 to the fact that it's $45,000 is insanity. And to think that if that was on Twitch, he would be giving $25,000 to Twitch of the money that y'all spent either way. Insanity, dude. Insanity. Yeah, see which, and I'm totally on board. I'm totally on board. I will tell, yeah, you guys, I'll say it every damn day. I'll say it every day. Every day. Kick over Twitch. Done. Done. That's it. It's just incredible. It's incredible. So, back to snoozing. Your wife snoozes and then you're late. That makes sense. Heather's the snoozer. Kiana Nips just doesn't wake up to his alarm. That's fair. So is he someone like Marionette that has just 37? You have 604, 610, 615. I don't know why I said 604 as opposed to 605. Don't judge me. Joker, you don't snooze. You turn the one alarm off and fall back asleep before you can get up. Really? Your wife, Stewie, your wife has alarms going off for over an hour before she has to get up, and will let them go for 5 to 10 minutes at a time. If my wife did that, there would be a very strong chance that I would also have an ex-wife. Hitman, same. It's beautiful. What's up, Big T? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. You snoozed for over 2 hours once. Were you not late to where you needed to go? You're a one alarm family. Now your wife has to set hers before yours because she's not a morning person. That's also fair. Stewie, the thought has crossed your mind? Yeah. Have you guys thought of, are there any couples in here that sleep in separate bedrooms? And Grit, I'm doing so good, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I wouldn't say so good. Not for any reason in particular, but I'm just doing good as opposed to really good. Dude, I mean, Big T, I grew up myself. So thank you for acknowledging that. You used to be so good at getting up in the morning, but suffering badly from insomnia has screwed that up. Yeah. Lack of sleep will make it very difficult for you to want to get up in the morning. Facts. And I'm a morning person. You've got alarms set at 6, 6:15, 6:30, 6:45, 7, and 7:05. So which one of those will actually wake you up, Blakely? What time do you need to actually be awake that you're setting alarms starting at 6 a.m. in the morning? You've never been a morning, Joker, you've never been a morning person. It makes you late, but you don't even remember waking up half the time? What? Great, yeah, this is what it is. Lokes, so separate bed, same room? You totally want to do the separate bedroom thing? Your boyfriend snores like a damn truck? I am that boyfriend. Yeah. My best friend and I, when we were it's so weird because she still is one of my best friends, but in this context, we were partners. But yeah, we slept separately for 2 years of our 2.5-year relationship. It's incredible. Incredible. Hey, what's up, McClure? How's the hand? How's the Wednesday? Cupcake has threatened you that if she will kick you out if you into the shed for your snoring. I've heard it before. You honestly have to ass punch your wife to switch her alarms on. That is incredible. How many does she have? Oh, Big T. I did trim a little bit of here. I also got rid of all this junk. Jake, you usually wake up an hour before your alarm, 4:30, and add like 15 minutes to it. Like it's going to be a different. Wait, so you usually wake up an hour before your alarm. Can you say that again? You enjoyed separate beds. He was not a fan. Everyone's different. I was like, I don't know how one wouldn't enjoy having more space in a bed. Lokes, different room. Nice. Is she the snorer or are you? Own room here. There we go, Ayers. You got to leave your house by 8 a.m. and it usually takes an hour to get everything you need to done in the morning. That's fair. Cupcake, even if you go to bed and actually go to sleep, if UK Ayers is in bed after you, you have to put your feet on him. What does that do? Can you walk me through the whole putting your feet on him thing? Big T, you're glad that the girl you talk to is 100% deaf. She can't hear your snore. Wait, Big T. That'll get me the answer to the question. Hitman Llama, you're up at 6:35, out the door by 7:10. That's the efficiency we're looking for. Sutton, since you had surgery and the insomnia got worse, your wife goes to sleep first and then you usually go to bed a few hours later, but still same bed? Nice. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Y'all, can we get some athletes recover in chat for Mr. McClure and everyone else who might be feeling it? Stormtrooper, she sets 3 different devices, each alarm at 5-minute intervals. I feel as though so many couples don't take into account sleeping. I don't know. I feel like a relationship is so amazing, and it's also so amazing how much changes when you have to live together. Like, you could have the most flawless and incredible relationship living in your own spaces, but the second that combines, Sea Witch, your best friend will like shake her body, jump in the bed because movement usually wakes people. Oh, makes people stop snoring. So if snoring wakes her up, she alligator death rolls to get her boyfriend to stop. That's amazing. You can't do sign you know a little, Big T. How would y'all communicate? That's so interesting, dude. Sutton, you have 2 alarms set up 15 minutes apart for when you have to get up for work or whatever, but unless you're drunk, you have a great internal clock and almost always wake up 5 minutes before your alarm. That's also fair. I usually as well. You know a little and can read, and she can read lips well. Nice. It's pretty unreasonable to teach us to sleep alone from young and then expect us to sleep with another person as an adult. 1,000%. 1,000,000%. Joker, your insomnia has gotten so bad that you can lay in bed, eyes closed and drained, tired, and still will lay there for 5 hours before you can actually get any sleep. So what is that like? Can you walk, like, what is insomnia? Is it are you closing your eyes, your brain going, is it like your brain having a bunch of thoughts? Is it dead silent, almost meditative and peaceful, but you're unable to fall asleep? Because yeah, I've never experienced, obviously I've never, well, not obviously, but I've never experienced that before. So I'm very curious. I love that, UK Ayers. Yeah, that's fair. See, in my relationships, it was in the ones that we would at least, yeah, it would be physical contact and then maybe like a hand on the butt before we go to sleep. And then once sleeping is about to happen, don't touch me. That's kind of how it was. That way we can have our space to do whatever we want. Or you and fiance broke up, you were in the same bed, different sleep schedules because you work midnights, you're waking up by the time she'd be going to bed. Woke her up with, oh, I love that, man. Those little routines when you guys are mismatched in that way are always so beautiful. Yeah, that's fair, Stormtrooper. Due to recent life developments, you sleep in your own bed. Say more. The second you and the ex-fiance went from apart to living together, all hell broke loose.
How you feeling, man?
Did I know that you were engaged previously? Helen Keller is a part of Steph's community, and she is deaf, and people finally realizing she's actually deaf. Who didn't know that Helen Keller was deaf? Deaf and blind. And mute. And a part of Steffi Evans, is that who we're talking about? Fucking Sutton, did I really do it again? No. Dewey was up there. I see you up there, Sutton. Don't you do this to me. No. Hey, what's up, Sharks? Happy Wednesday. Yeah, UK Ayers, 1000%. I'm happy you guys haven't noticed the camera. King size bed is worthy investment when you need that extra space. Yeah. And I mean, when I'm usually, I'm 6'2.5". The women I date are typically tall, anywhere from 5'10" to 6 foot. So it's like, we need room. Insomnia can be both, but yours mixes in with depression, so rarely it's completely quiet in blackness and you just can't sleep, but most days and brain yelling. Interesting. Yo, Kafer, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How's your Wednesday? Zuleika, same bed, hubby snores like a damn bear. That makes more sense. Been married 9 years, so if you haven't killed him yet. So do you sleep okay? 6 years ago. Wait, Grit, how old are you again? Oh, nice, Big T. Your insomnia is a mix of depression and anxiety with your brain doing overtime as well as night terrors from trauma and restless leg syndrome. Oh my goodness. Cupcake, how's that been going? I know your sleep's been not the best. Well, and you say you were woke up early this morning, so I'm just going to answer the question and assume that sleep hasn't been going well. King size bed for the win. You're 6 foot. The wife is 5'3". Dude, she could sleep on the foot of the bed and be fine. She'll have enough room to roll over 3 times and still have 3/4 of the bed left. Just taking in the vibes. Nice, Kafer. You sleep fine, some better than others, but then again, you survive. Oh, playlist update. What's the playlist update? What do we have? Quads. So it's going to be resurgence again today. Wait, did they take, so they took out big map, whatever, and all we have are the normal things again. Whatever. Oh yeah, that's fair, Stewie. That's fair, dude. Luckily Nugget slept in her kennel because why did I? Oh, just because it was really hard to sleep with her. I couldn't get good sleep. I hear you, Grit. I thought you were mid-30s. Okay, so I was correct. Big T, Jose Toxis just realized it last night and was like, what the fuck? I've talked to you for months and never knew. Wait, okay, so hold on. Helen, there's, I'm assuming someone in the community. Oh, so there is someone in Steph's community named Helen Keller who is actually deaf. That is interesting. Sutton, do we not? You has 2 alarms set 15 minutes apart. You do not set 2 alarms. You have one called Wake Up Bitch set for 5:55. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Culberson, you're 6'2", the wife is 5'11", and you have a king bed. That's the investment. That's the investment we need. Plunder is back, which again, that provides no value to me. Joker, most nights you average 3 hours of sleep due to night terrors or past traumas that ruin and cause your depression, but seldomly you'll get 7 to 8 hours of peaceful sleep. And when you get peaceful sleep, you feel like a different person. How often do you get the experience of that actual peaceful sleep? Damn, dude, that was actually good. Oh, that is your ex? Wait, okay, hold on. Walk me back because now I have relationship questions. Did y'all meet in Steph's chat or did y'all start watching Steph together? Your alarm is named Wake the F Up. I don't think I have a name for mine. Yeah, mine's on a schedule. That's it. But I do have an alarm that I'm gonna actually start paying attention to called Put Your Phone Away for 8:30. So hell no, you dated her for 3.5 years. Well, I don't know how long you've been watching Steph. She broke up with you on Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. I don't have a joke for this. Wait, I still want to wait. So how would you guys communicate? I love that, Big T. I find, well, a lot of people are always, well, not a lot of people, but I feel I've been very fortunate in my romantic endeavors that I have never left. Okay, well, there's one, but that was, I mean, that wasn't even negative. That was just whatever. But yeah, every person that I've dated has been amicable, all but one. And they just blocked me and never talked to me again. So that was fun. But yeah, Big T, I'm still, I mean, my longest relationship that I've had in my adult life, she's one of my best friends. Then I don't talk, I'm still friendly, but don't talk to another one of my exes. And then, yeah, I talk to who's now another one of my best friends, Abby. Yeah, we're still friends. So it's like, I've always ended things amicably. And I attribute that to going into every single relationship romantically as just wanting to be a friend. Like, that's why I don't play games. I'm not trying to use specific lines or tell you anything you want to hear. That's why I'm always going to be calling you dude or bro or man, because it's like, yeah, maybe that's not romantic to you, but that's okay. But I want it. Well, okay. Tell me if that's not what you want. I warn everyone. Hey, I'm going to call you dude, bro, man. If that bothers you, let me know. But I truly believe that if you do not have friendship in your romantic relationship, it's not going to last. Or if it does last, it's not going to be completely fulfilling. That's why I've always said my entire life, I just want to have a best friend that I can't keep my hands off of, / just want to, do adult things to and with. That's a relationship in a nutshell. But no, everyone wants to that's why I think I hate dating apps, because everyone is always trying to, the whole thing of dating apps is oh, maybe this is something that they'll like. Maybe this is something they'll like, or I'll use this to attract them, or I'll use this one photo from this one thing that I've never done again, but it looks good and it paints this picture of the person that I could be, yada, 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 as opposed to just, hi, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. What's up? Want to be my friend? Let's make jokes and have fun times. Blumberg, what's up? You and her both found her on TikTok. I love that. Oh, yeah. I know what cochlear implants are. So she's hearing. She's deaf, but she's still hearing. Yeah, that's it's cochlear in sign language. I do. Yeah, I play lots of games for work. I don't need to do it with my dating life. That's just exhausting, dude. It's so exhausting. I can't. That's why, again, open and honest communication. I'm not going to try and like, that's why I hate those people who intentionally don't want to reply to texts right away or whatever that is. I have no issue. If you took an hour and a half to reply to my message and I happen to notice that you texted me back 1 minute ago, I will reply. I have nothing to gain from you thinking that I'm busy or whatever it is. I don't even know, dude. It's exhausting. It's just exhausting. That's all it is. I think it also is me just like clear, open, honest communication. This is what it is. There's no guessing. These are my intentions. This is how I feel. Nope, noodle's good. Told you. See? So if I was going to date someone from an app, would I send them to stream to see who I am? No. I mean, if I'm not just going to throw it out there right away because, I mean, no. I think I've only sent clips from stream when people didn't understand what I do or like didn't know about it, or we started talking and maybe there was a funny moment, but no, I can count on one hand the amount of people that I've actually, I think, shown the stream to that I've dated. Unless we've just followed each other on social media and they've inherent or just naturally, organically is what I was trying to say, come across one of my videos. But no, I kind of like, I just like to talk. I just love conversations, all of that. It's great. Basically, she has 60K AirPods. She plays with Steph a decent amount too, and both still hang out with each other. And like the way I just described, friends is how you are now. I love that, Big T. I love that so much, man. See, you guys just needed to be a little bit more patient. More patient. Your anxious attachment. Yeah, communicating is huge for you. I mean, I don't even feel like yeah, I definitely have an anxious attachment style as well. But it's like anxious, and it's as long as the communication is there, it's secure. I feel like that's one of the biggest parts that plays into the anxious attachment style is the lack of trust of other people. And if we know, or at least I'll speak for myself. I don't want to speak for everyone with an anxious attachment style, but I know as someone who with my ex, like just knowing, hey, I'm going to communicate with you honestly. I'm going to tell you if something is bothering me, I'm going to tell you. If you are bothered by something, tell me. I'm not going to let it fester. I will always be forthright and honest with you. And the second that was established, it was the freest, most incredible. That's why we were talking about why I'm single the other day. That's why I feel I have such like high standards and high expectations for my next relationship, because I know how I was able to feel and exist. And I, again, have never, ever felt that way with a romantic partner of like, I can say anything and be okay. You can say anything and be okay. And if something that we say bothers the other person, great. Like I've sent her had sent her random, like a couple random TikToks, and 98% of the things we found funny, I found funny as well, but I also have a darker sense of humor. So it's like one thing I sent over, she was like, I just didn't think that was funny. And it was, okay, cool. Nothing, I didn't feel negatively. I wasn't upset. It's just when you have that, yeah, it's just, that's again why I won't do guessing games in any of my relationships. I won't play a game where, you know, I have to call you out on how you're being off, so something must be going on. Are you being honest with me? No. If something is wrong, I'm going to tell you. Done. Fact. Just print it, paste that to a wall. Trust me. So easy. Practical, you had matched with the dude years ago and he had stream on the app. You went to his stream to say hello, and when he asked how you found him, you told him and he kicked you out and called you a weirdo. What a loser. With all due respect. Like, that's why if anyone found out that I do what I do or whatever and came in to watch, I don't care. Like, that's, yeah, I don't know. If that's so interesting.
To the
oh my gosh.
Pup Club.
Yo, Jameson. Welcome back into the pristine, prestigious Motherfluffin' Pup Club, baby. Oh my gosh. I have had that chat not visible. I am so sorry, you guys. I did not even realize that. Apologies to all my Facebook friends. Yeah, like I don't know. It's always, here's the thing. I love getting to share what I do. And I love when people are curious. So when someone asks and it's like, oh my gosh, what do? You stream? Usually it's easier for me to send a clip over. Usually I'll send over a clip of me and Schaefer Bates doing something, because that's what I feel like encapsulates it the best. It's just chaos. Yeah, reassurance as well. Like that's it. I mean, yeah, as you grow to get to that level of comfortability, I feel the reassurance is good. Especially if you're an anxious person. There might be moments where you need to be reassured, but that is all a part of the process. It's all of every relationship, people can break your trust. Also, every relationship, people can keep your trust. Everyone can be honest with you. So I've made the statement a bunch of times, especially when it comes to even just a relationship ending or a trust being broken. It's exhausting to not trust people. It is far more exhausting to feel mistrusting of everyone than to trust everyone until they break that trust. And that's so much easier, in my opinion, because I'm not worried if every single person is going to break my trust or not. And Jameson, thank you, dude. Love the F out of you. Are you going to sneak over to the kick? Not because of the kick thing, but yeah, because every single person is someone that you can trust. Is it someone that you should? I don't know. That's what you learn. But if you're going into every relationship concerned about whether you can trust them or not and what you should share with them or blah, 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 blah. That's why it's like I show up as my authentic self for everything, for every relationship. And I let that person show me whether or not they continue to have access to myself, to my existence, to my energy, to whatever that is you want to label it for yourself. And that's really cool. It's really cool, man. I don't know if that made any sense. I hope it did. Knowing that the other person is being honest and open helps. But when the shutting down starts, you panic. I hear that. What define, Reebs, can you say more about the shutting down part? Big T, you both failed at communication and you were bad at the start and then you got a whole lot better and then she started to do what you did during the last part of it because college became the priority. That's fair, dude. That's priorities change. So many things change. And that's, again, I truly think as long as you have that foundation of open and honest communication and you guys have that foundation of friendship, it can make everything, it'll still be painful, but it'll be a lot easier. Because again, I don't think that you would be in an ideal world friends with anyone that you would expect to hurt you or break your heart, or anyone who consistently does engage with you with malicious intent. And so if that is already removed, if you know that this person is not going to intentionally try to hurt my feelings or anything like that, your feelings are going to get hurt. That's one thing I will never promise in the beginning of a relationship, which I made the mistake of promising before one, was that I wouldn't break up with you. I have switched that to, I will always be honest with you. I can promise that I will always be honest with you, because sometimes that honesty means that we're going to break up. Sometimes that means that I'm going through X, Y, or Z or whatever, and that this relationship doesn't feel the most authentic and isn't the most authentic thing for me. And so that's beautiful, because I know that for whatever reason why this ended, why you broke up with me, whatever, it wasn't because you're trying to make me feel negatively, you're trying to punish me, you're whatever. No, you love yourself and you're choosing what you need to do to love yourself the best. And if excluding me from that is what you have to do, then that is okay. Well, that hurt 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. That will hurt. But that's what a relationship is. Every single gamble, every single relationship is, again, either going to go the distance or it's going to end. Those are the only two options. It's either going to work or it's not. And if you just realize that, I feel it can bring so much more peace into pursuing those relationships in general. But anyways, yours is from years to someone who has been emotionally neglectful and wouldn't communicate, borderline emotionally abusive. You think, I'm sorry you went through that, Reeves. That's never something anyone should go through. Hey, what's up, Bill? How we doing, sir? Kiana, your thing that makes you anxious is that you're scared that they'll lose interest in you eventually after you've put your whole heart into them. Ooh. Follow-up question. Would you, even though you did put in that effort, would you want to be partnered with someone who isn't interested in you? Like, regardless of effort put. I'm trying to think of a good analogy. If you put a bunch of effort into building out a home, making it safe and cozy, but it turns out that there's something just foundationally wrong with the house and it will literally not be able to stand, would you still want to live in that house? Or would you be able to step back, recognize the hard work that you put in, and then just realize, oh my gosh, this isn't the house for me? And yeah, you could still feel just as affected. You could still feel just as upset as you know, the ending of a relationship for any certain reason. But I think one of the things that I've tried to really, really cultivate in the last few years is the understanding that I don't want someone in my life if they don't want me in theirs. I don't want to have a relationship with someone just because I want the relationship with them. I want us to want the relationship. And if you don't, that might hurt. It might be a big bummer because I want this relationship with someone. They seem so cool. I feel like they could be X, Y, or Z for me, or they could yada, yada, yada. But if they don't want that back, it's just going to lead to more disappointment for myself, because I'm going to be putting in all this energy and all this effort and it's not going to be matched. And I'm going to be sat here taking that on as a feeling of lack of self-worth or a lack of whatever that lack feeling is, when in reality, it has nothing to do with you. It's just the fact that they want something different. And I think that's also a big part of it. We can get so self-conscious in relationships or with dating, especially if we go on dates and we get the feedback from someone of, you're not attractive, you're not whatever, you're not blah, 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 blah. And it's taking that away, knowing the value that you bring, trusting that you are a beautiful person. And again, this is a lot easier said than done, getting to this point. But knowing that if you don't want me in your life, if I go on a date with you and I had a great time and you were disinterested, yeah, that's a bummer. It doesn't feel, rejection isn't great, but again, I would 1000% rather be single and happy by myself than in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to be in that relationship. It sucks. Sea Witch Puppies, did I teach myself emotional intelligence or did I learn from a friend, partner, parent? I'd say a quarter was partner. I was, so my journey, screw it. Well, this is an about me episode. Let's just get into it. So I grew up, and I hope we're prepared for this. So welcome to Mental Health Wednesdays. I grew up with just a single mother who made me an extension of herself. So it was always, my mom would always introduce herself as John's mom or just mom. It was never her name. It was never Miss Schaefer. There was no independence on her part. So that codependency and enmeshment made it so that, so codependency and enmeshment, that was an aspect of it. And then my mother suffered from depression. And like I mentioned yesterday or Monday or whatever, ended up when I was 6 or 7 actually going on disability due to stress and depression from the job that she had. And this story might go a little bit all over the place because it's that in relation to a relationship I was in. And so I realized that I was encouraged to cry. My mother would share that, she was happy that she had a son who could show emotion. But in thinking back, there was never a discussion on what those feelings were. There was never why are you feeling sad? What does that sadness feel like? What is that in your body? What are the thoughts that are associated with this? There was never anything further than like, oh my gosh, you can cry and you're a boy. That's incredible. I love that. That was an aspect of it. And then with her going through her depression, she would never really talk about it. And so she would just sleep. That's it. That's the only real way I saw her deal with those feelings was she would just sleep. And it would be weekends, dude, of just maybe she'd get up, maybe not, but I'd have snacks for myself. I'd be fine. And so that upbringing, and then on top of the fact that I was a good athlete, I was decent in school. So I never really had any problems. And so I was what my ex liked to call, and I agreed, was I lived as though it was 70 and sunny every day. If you couldn't go to the gym, why are you nervous about going to the gym? Just go to the gym. It's not that hard. Just do it. I wasn't acknowledging any emotions, anything negative. It was literally just happiness or anger. I mean, not even anger. It was just like happiness or why can't you deal with this? And cut to about five or 6 years ago, like 2017. So shit, almost 6 years ago now. I got into my relationship with Shelly, which has been my longest relationship of my adult life. And one of the things that my mom would always say was, I'm so excited for you to meet another person, for you to have a woman in your life. And, of course, we're naturally not going to talk as much. Meanwhile, up until that point, my mom and I would talk 3 times a day. I would literally get in the car, call her, hey, how you doing? Good. How are you? Good. And it was literally just because I realized my anxiety, and that cured my anxiety. I used people. I used proximity to people. I used people's attention to help me feel good, not knowing what that not goodness was. And over the course of our relationship, my mother's and my relationship and our patterns of behavior were brought to light a little bit more as it affected my relationship with Shelly. There were moments where my mom would go behind my back and have conversations with Shelly that she shouldn't. There were moments where my mother broke my trust. There were moments where my mother wasn't respecting of boundaries. And as I started therapy, and then I started to realize these things that were going on with my mom, I started to finally feel things. And from there, I broke up with Shelly literally on a whim because I was feeling so much angst and so much uncomfortability that I couldn't take it anymore. And so that moment led me to where I am now. It was, you know, Shelly and I had broken up with her right before COVID, and we ended up living, luckily we had a 2-bed and we were already sleeping in separate bedrooms, but I broke up with her on like the middle of March, beginning of March of 2020. I had signed a lease for my own 1-bedroom, was going to move out, and then COVID hit, and we still had a beautiful friendship. Like that's why we're still best friends to this day. And throughout we lived together from March. I mean, we continued to live together from March until August of 2020. And we got to have amazing conversations about the disconnects that we had, about the things that, one of the biggest things was I didn't realize how many things that I wanted to bring up to her that I didn't bring up to her because I was afraid they would upset her. You know, I'm disappointed with XYZ aspect of the relationship, but I don't want to tell her because that'll make her upset, and I don't want to make her upset. And so a big part was realizing that is not good. If you have an issue, you need to bring it up, because it's not going to change or not have the potential to change if you don't bring it into the light. And so I think that was really just the start of it, just realizing, oh my gosh, I can speak how I feel. There are certain things that I do want that I'm afraid to ask for, or I'm nervous to tell a friend because they might be sad about X, Y, or Z, or they might feel bummed out, or they might feel angry, whatever that was. And so from there, I started just reading books. I started with Glennon Doyle's Untamed, and with Justin Baldoni's Man Enough, and Glennon Doyle's Atlas of the Heart. And I started to understand the complete opposite of codependency, which is just truly if codependency is getting your happiness from someone else, from something outside of yourself, I wanted the complete opposite. I wanted to find out what John liked, what made me the happiest. That's why I started painting my nails. That's why I discovered doing this. That's why I discovered exploring magic tricks and continuing with jujitsu, and even just moving out to Colorado, and all these other things started because I realized that I was allowing the potential reaction or feelings of others to dictate how I lived and felt in the moment. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So, yeah, that's really it. And through multiple therapists, through just studying, like I legitimately study mental health on a daily basis. Like I'm currently finishing my way through, for the second or third time, The Science of Stuck, which is breaking through patterns of behavior to find a new way forward. I'm learning about internal family systems therapy. There's also another book I read called Unfuck Yourself, reading books about ADHD, and then reading like just everything about being a human and interacting with others. And Pan, what's up, baby? So, yeah. And that's really what it was. It was just a discovering of something feels wrong. And I've always felt this, like even when I was in high school and I was on the high school football team, and everyone was, going and partying and drinking and having sex and doing all that. And it's like, I didn't want that. I didn't care about that. The only reason I played football was for lifting weights. That was it. And like feeling as though that I didn't want, there were so many things that I wanted to do. I wanted to pursue acting more as a child. I wanted to get into martial arts as a child, but that's not what my mom let me do. My mom made me focus on sports, which again, I'm very grateful for. I wouldn't change anything, but it's very important to look back and think, oh, what would I have really wanted to do in that moment? And I think that was a big thing of just like, what does John want? So yeah, I hope that made sense. Hey, what's up, Lalaya? How we doing? Yo, Fox Warrior, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the K9 unit. Lalaya. Oh, yeah, I dropped frames for a second. I swear, I hope it doesn't do that. Are we good now? Oh, Brene Brown, what did I say? Looks, you didn't know I was close to my mom up until a few years ago. You assumed it was a long time thing. No, dude. It was like I say we were very close up until, if I started dating Shelly when I was 27, up until probably, or no, in 2017, I think was when we started dating. March of 2017? Yeah, because that would have made 23 years. Yeah. March of 2017, I probably had that relationship with my mom until I started to feel it beginning of 2019. I started to feel like the actions weren't matching. Like she kept saying that she was cool with all these things, but it wasn't how she was acting in any way, shape, or form. And then that's what led me to start with a therapist. And then that's what even led to my breakup with Shelly, was just like that feeling of I can't be myself, worrying about other people. That's kind of what it led to. And then also feeling as though I had all these things that I couldn't say because I was disappointed, or because of it upsetting her, or whatever, X, Y, and Z. So yeah, that was, yeah, it's only been, early 2021. Yeah, it's probably been a good 2 years, maybe a little over 2 years since I've last talked to my mom, like had an actual phone conversation with her. Yeah, Little Misfit, I can tell you, signs of stuck, game changer. Like that's why even listening, that's why a lot of what Chad was saying yesterday in terms of just action, in terms of just doing the thing. If you want to be a podcaster, amazing, do 50 podcasts. If you want to be a streamer, awesome, do 500 streams, whatever that is, because you will only change. One of the conclusions that I got to is I've gotten to the point where I know why I do most every fucking thing that I do. I've intellectualized and spent the time in my brain to understand why I do what I do and all of that stuff. But now it's to the point where you can't build a restaurant with the blueprint in your mind. Like that's it. If I have this blueprint of this restaurant and I just sit here and I look, that restaurant is not going to be built. I actually need to take action. I need to do something different in order to change. And so I think that's one of the biggest things that the science of stuck has helped me with, is realizing how much is action. Yes, there's of course cognitive things and patterns of thinking that we can change, but so much of it is the action. That's why if you're trying to, that's why I think when so many people are talking about quitting substances, it's not just, no, I'm not smoking weed anymore. That's great. Or I'm not drinking anymore, or I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore. Okay, what are you doing instead? What's the other thing that's going to take its place? Because something naturally has to take its place. So, but again, nothing can change if you don't take the step, if you don't actually do it. And that's what I realized. That's why, I mean, even last night I ended stream, uploaded things to my hard drive, and then I've been making the change of driving to Starbucks and just getting some work done after stream, because that's one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to focus more on my work. I also wanted to give myself something that wasn't just, all right, end stream, smoke and relax. No, what am I going to do instead? So amazing. I'm going to go to a Starbucks. I'm going to listen to the over intellectualizing that I've been doing of the fact that I want to be around more people. I want to be more productive, but realizing that forcing myself to sit on my couch or sitting in my apartment hasn't worked. Working in my living room worked for a little bit, but really didn't do much. So, okay, cool. What's something else that I'm going to try? Awesome. If I leave my apartment, I can go somewhere else and work, and that can work. So That's been one of the actual physical changes I've made. One of the things I realized I needed to do this morning is it's been difficult for me to get up at 4:55. It's been difficult. And yet I know that if I get up and I put a freaking C4 in my hand, I'm going to stay awake. And so what I did, I had talked about it maybe a month ago, but I kept forgetting to do it, was moving my phone across the room, because it's easy for me to turn over in my comfy bed, hit stop or just change the alarm, turn over and go back to sleep. But if I actually have to get up, walk across my room, turn off the alarm, I'm not going to want to go get back into my bed. And so that one change, a physical change of doing something differently to help support a behavior that I want. And it's little things like that, dude. Just those little things that will lead to consistent growth and change. Oh, I said Glennon Doyle, damn it. Well, I meant Glennon Doyle's Untamed. Yes, thank you. Hey, what's up, Slim? Of course, man. Lokes, thanks for keeping you company while you cooked dough. Glad you learned something new about me. Of course, man. Reebs, you could take hours and hours of people's time talking about emotional intelligence, codependency, and all your issues you've had in the past 12 years. Well, freaking stick around, because I'm down to do it as well. I love it so much. Well, thank you, Lalaya. I appreciate it. I'm just so thankful to have so many of you lovely human beings who are willing to discuss and listen to some 30-year-old stranger talk about these things. I'm sorry to hear that, little misfit. Your sister that you talked about is exactly like your dad, who you completely cut out of your life. I'm sorry you had to do that, but I'm happy that I'm hoping that it's leading to more peace and joy for you. Gonna make you read a book for the first time in a decade. Let's go, Jake. You could also do audiobooks. I love audiobooks. Also, Kyle Hanna, what's up, baby? Randall, how we doing? Jessica, thank you. Yeah, puppies came in for a little bit and then he dipped. You use an alarm that requires interaction. It's great. It prompts enough of your... Wait, so what? Can you walk me through what that alarm is, Tony? Who did I say unstuck? So it's called The Science of Stuck. I want to say her name's Sarah. I'm wrong. By Britt Frank. Lalaya, so what you're saying is you could send another gift and I'll get it? Yes, of course. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Exactly. And that's it. No muscle grew because it was relaxing and resting. I mean, yeah, after you've pushed it, after you've broken it down. Yeah, really getting comfortable with that uncomfortable is hard. It's so much harder said than done. So much harder. Hey, what's up, Geedris? How you doing, man? How's your Wednesday so far? You have an internal 7-hour clock. Once you've been asleep 7 hours, your body will naturally wake up. There's no sleeping in for you. I hear that. I mean, there's usually no sleeping in for me past 7. My body is usually waking me up independently around like anywhere from 5 to 6 is usually when I'm just naturally awake. Perfecto. Oh, wait. Perfecto. There we go. Cap, you're really interested in talking to Chadwick? He and you are the same age and have similar backgrounds? Nice, man. How are you going to have a chat with him, Cap? I know I am, Culberson. I'm a tiny little baby. Completely change your mental and physical health. I love that, Lalaya. Yeah, Science of Stuck. Got you, see. So it's an alarm. Yours is set for your favorite elevator song. To turn it off, you have to do a mission, squat, typing, step, math, a missing symbol, or what the hell? So I assume it's a different... Do you have an Android? Lokes, it should have been changed. I changed it at the start of stream. Let me see. Yo, Fox Warrior, thank you again for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, it is. Yeah, it didn't change. Oh, I think someone had mentioned the fact that stream title changes were messed up. Ooh, it's bright. Yeah, my bad, friends. That's better. It was screaming at me in the face. I wish we could save the layouts. Yo, Pooga. Oh, that was old. Never mind. But still, thank you for the follow. Too easy. Frying Fryer to Boss. Brooklyn. Doctor. Thank you guys. Sorry if it's... Oh, there we go. Any suggestion for an audiobook platform? I went with Audible because with their membership, you get 12 free 12 free books to download, and I've already used all 12, but I still need to go through them all. What ones do I have? So I have The Science of Stuck, Internal Family Systems Therapy, Somatic Internal Family Systems Therapy, Unfuck Yourself, the Red Book Reader's Edition, which I'm pretty sure is about shadow selves, if I remember correctly. Chapters. What is it about? I forgot what this. Why did I download this? It was cited, I think, in one of my books that I was already listening to. Contains in here. Developed his principal theories of the archetypes, the collective unconscious, and the process of individuation that would transform psychotherapy from treatment of the sick into a means for a higher development of the personality. So that's why I have it. So yeah, I only really read about mental health. And then yeah, Unfuck Yourself, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. I have No Bad Parts, The ADHD Advantage, Power of Vulnerability, Boys Will Be Boys, Scattered, and Awaken the Giant Within. And then that's not even including all the other crap I have. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What? I know, but what? What? Okay, goodbye. Then in 60 to 90 seconds, it checks to make sure you're asleep. That's so wild. You want to get with him through Twitter? Dad passed away from cancer and sold cars for a while. Had very similar issues in school. Interesting, man. Someone was listening to the episode yesterday. Thank you, Tony. Hey, what's up, Gage? Happy Wednesday. I know, Misfit. I felt myself melting already. Oh, I always wear short shorts. Ben's live. You need my opinion on something. All right. You want to start streaming, but every time you do, your mates start acting childish and turn into and in the last 2 streams, one of them ripped a hard R and an EOF. What would I do if it was you? I would get new friends. Yeah. So, okay, that's like legitimately my first honest opinion. Secondly, my actual thing would be to have a serious conversation with them, present the facts that this is a business, and well, okay, actually, no, honestly, I'm not even gonna put myself through that. If there's any of my friends that ever ripped a hard R on my stream, I would not ever talk to that person again. So I'm actually finding it very difficult in my body to give legitimate advice after acknowledging that again. So yeah, I would get new friends. I'm sorry. Maybe the others who didn't say the hard R, I would have a serious conversation about the fact that this is your business and that it needs to be taken seriously. And if they do want to run with you, that they need to behave as though a bunch of people are watching and witnessing this, because that's exactly what it is. And if they disagree with that, then they do not get to be a part of your stream. Fact. Yeah. Ask away, Lalaya. I'm happy to hear that everyone else had that same reaction. I mean, Mob, we just wanted you in the pristine, prestigious Mother Fluff and Pup Club, and now Mob with the gifted to Marsland. Welcome into the pristine, prestigious Mother Fluff and Pup Club again. Moist, happy late birthday gift. Ben's live. Thank you for the follow, baby. Welcome officially into the K9 unit. Yeah, no, that's not a mistake. You've said one of them that if he calls you a pedophile, which you insist you're not again on stream, then you'll sue for defamation of character, and they just laughed. Yeah, no, Ben, you just need new friends. With all respect. Please listen to High Ren by Ren. Is it a book? Mob, how you doing, baby? Brit Simmer, you just had to leave as a mod for a toxic streamer that used the... Oh my God. Why do you say you regret it, Brit? I would love to talk more about this. May I make an assumption? I'm already going to make an assumption that outside of that one person, you had a beautiful sense of community there. And so there's a part of you that feels that sense of community missing. But you're challenged by the fact that you don't want to support someone who uses that language, but you're also a human that needs connection. And so you're really struggling to put the idea of connection. Yeah. Does that make sense? And was I right? And was I right? Oh, you don't regret it. Beautiful. I love that. Ignore everything I just said. Of course, Benz, we got your back, baby. Oh, High Ren by Ren. Have you guys listened to Overthinker by Enzo? Oh, and by the way, we're at the point now. If you're in the Facebook, if you're in the YouTube, if you're, where else are we live? If you're in the Facebook or the YouTube, which is all of no one, get on over to the Kick right now. Kick.com/IGotPuppies. I love you guys because I want to play you guys this